Now, for anyone that doesn't know, right, we all remember Jeremy Corbyn. He's kind of like faded off to the wayside now since he is no longer the leader of Labour after his failed attempt to become prime minister, where Labour got absolutely fucking annihilated in the election. However, Jeremy Corbyn has a brother named Piers Corbyn, and some people in Britain may be aware of him, but you should just know that he is nothing like his brother. Piers Piers Corbyn is quite a character. He is quite a character. He is quite an outspoken individual, and it seems that he has just been arrested for, I believe, incitement to violence after he urged the public to burn MPs' offices. Um, the brother of former Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn has denounced politicians who have voted for COVID restrictions. Now, him and Jeremy actually agree on this. Jeremy Corbyn did not want to vote for COVID restrictions. Piers Corbyn has been arrested after a video emerged appearing to show him calling for MPs' offices to be burned down. The video shared on social media shows the brother of former Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn criticising politicians who voted for COVID restrictions after decrying those scum who have decided to go ahead with introducing the new fascism. The 73-year-old Mr. Corbyn tells a crowd in the video, "You've got to get a list of them, and if your MP is one of them, go to their offices and, well, I would recommend burning them down. Okay, but I can't say that on air. I hope we're not on air." Right, well, the problem is the fact is he did say it, and the structure there kind of indicates that he meant it. So, yeah, he also used the phrase, "we've got to get a bit more physical," talking about removing certain people from power. We've got to hammer to death those scum who have decided to go ahead with introducing new fascism. If your MP is one of them, go to their offices and, well, I'd recommend burning them down. Piers Corbyn, lock him up. Yeah, basically, yeah. In fact, that's the video there where he says it all. The Met Police confirmed that a man had been arrested on suspicion of encouragement to commit arson. Mr. Corbyn was arrested in Southwark at around 1:45 a.m. on Sunday and remains in custody at a central London police station. I believe he's been released since then. Home Secretary Priti Patel called the video sickening. "I back police to take the strongest possible action against him," she said. Labour MP Yvette Cooper added to the chorus of condemnation. She says, "Appalling Piers Corbyn video. We have lost two MPs to terrible violence in recent years. We know how incredibly serious this is." Police will have all of our support pursuing this. Sir David Amis, former Conservative MP for Southend and West, was stabbed to death at a constituency surgery on October the 15th. This is something that we've spoken about before. And Labour MP Joel Cox was murdered in 2016 by far-right extremist Thomas Mayer in the run-up to the Brexit referendum. And Piers Corbyn is no stranger to controversy. Yeah, he's said some stuff in the past, this boy. In September, he accused staff at a conference of assault as they tried to eject him while his associates heckled speakers. Reports suggest he intervened after the chair of the World Transformed event in Brighton had asked for questions from women and people of colour only. That was, yeah, we all remember that fucking shit show. Piers Corbyn was seen handing out leaflets containing the conspiracy theory that man-made climate change does not exist. After the event, he turned up at a rally where his brother was due to speak and gave his account of what happened earlier. Piers Corbyn said of the incident, "I attempted to ask a question, they grabbed me and they assaulted me, and I shoved back at the person, the security guard who assaulted me, and sat down and refused to leave and stayed in the meeting. They tried to remove me and they gave up." I mean, imagine what kind of security have you got where you can't kick out a 73-year-old man? Mr. Corbyn was arrested in February this year by police investigating leaflets that likened coronavirus vaccine efforts to the Nazi death camp at Auschwitz. However, right, that there's no incitement to violence there, so he should absolutely not have been arrested for that. The pamphlet, hand delivered to homes in several areas in London, carried a cartoon of the extermination camp where at least 1.1 million people were murdered between. Okay, I think that's meant to say 1940 and 1945. Is that a prediction? Is that a prediction? Oh, scheisse. Here we go again. Oh my. Oh well, those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. And I think like I think almost 1,000 years is enough time. A sketch of the entrance to Auschwitz, in which the gate's infamous slogan "Arbeit macht frei," what sets you free, was changed to "Vaccines are safe path to freedom." The pamphlet credited the idea of the cartoon to Piers Corbyn, and then it's just all the adverts. Now, okay, I'm not going to agree now. If he wants to say things about climate change, and not climate change is one of the things I don't comment on because I'm involved in enough arguments to learn about a new one, right? So is climate change real? Is it not real? Is it man-made? Is it a natural cycle? Can it be stopped? Can it not be stopped? Can companies do anything? But I don't know. It's not something I'm clued up in, so I don't comment on it. However, if Piers Corbyn wants to say such things, then it is his free speech to do so. As for the likening the vaccinations to Auschwitz, a tad hyperbolic, possibly, if you ask me. However, it is his right to do that now. Telling people to burn down offices and stuff like that, though, now this is where we get into some difficult territory as far as freedom of speech goes. Like, for example, everyone always says, "Oh, but what about incitement to violence?" Well, there is a test for it. There is a test where you can figure it out, and it's called the Brandenburg test. And I've spoken about this in my 10 Stupid Arguments Against Free Speech video. And the Brandenburg test basically analyzes every single facet of what was said. Basically, obviously, the content of what was said, where it was said, and most importantly, who it was said by. And then people make a reasonable judgment as to whether or not any imminent lawless action, which is the term used, would result as a person having said that. So, for example, if a homeless guy in the street was screaming, "Kill the N words, kill the N words, we should all kill the N words." Now, is that homeless guy with his pants around his head and shit all down his legs, who's clearly on something, will that cause people in the immediate area to go, "You know what? This man's right. we should, I'm gonna go do that right now." Do we believe that? No, no, we don't. Right. So what he's shouting obviously is not very nice. However, will any imminent lawless action come as a result of that? No, no, it's not. So he should not be arrested for it. He should definitely be checked into a hospital to get some help, but he should not be arrested for it. However, if someone, let's say, like the leader of the KKK, said to all of his members, "I want all of you to go home, get your guns, go out into the streets, and shoot dead the first black man you see." Well, that man is the leader of the KKK and therefore commands some authority and possibly is able to issue orders to the KKK's membership. That man does actually have the power, in my opinion, to cause others to incite acts of violence. So, in that case, that would fail the Brandenburg test, and that man should be arrested because his words could actually result in imminent lawless action. Now, in Piers Corbyn's case, the man does have some power because he has followers and he has a group of people that follow him and listen to him and, you know, encourage and believe in the things that he says. So could it have actually resulted in imminent lawless action? I am unsure. So I would like a mediator or a court in this case, since that's the only mediator you're allowed to use, to figure that out. However, this could all have been avoided if at the end of it he just said, "In Minecraft,